Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Happy New Year, happy 2023. Super happy that you're here. We're going to be talking about monthly specials, January 2023, and all the new stuff, and also why you need these specific things right now. So even if this is a product that you've used before, maybe you didn't use it in this exact way, maybe you didn't understand why you need it right now, which is really kind of important. So we're going to talk about 4 different countries, 4 different regions. And even if you're not in that region, listen closely, because there may be something that you either have or have used in the past, or maybe have never heard about in this way. And so there's going to be some really cool things going on. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, the festive season, Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah, and all the wonderful holidays that come at this time of year are so incredibly exciting. If you're in Asia and you're also going into the Chinese New Year season, we're really excited about that. We're not going to celebrate that yet. We've got to celebrate each thing in its own, but Happy New Year for now. And then very soon it's going to be Chinese New Year also, or Lunar New Year, depending on who you're with and what you're saying. So welcome, welcome. Today, as I mentioned, holiday specials. We're specials for January 2023, and we have a lot of specials. So stay tuned. I'm not going to talk double time, even though sometimes I know that I do. I want to make sure that everyone gets the information that they need. So get out your phone in case you want to take screenshots, or get out a piece of paper so you can take a couple of notes. We're going to dive deeply into a couple of products, at least one product for every market. And some of them are brand new, so you might not have heard of them before, or you might have said, gee, I never ordered that before, but maybe I need to do it now. We've got a couple also of housekeeping issues, I would say. Over the next few weeks, we are going to probably take one more day off, I think. I'm not exactly sure what the day is going to be. We're going to take, I think, one more day off, because we want to make sure that everyone who's celebrating Lunar New Year has time to be with their family and their friends, and no use having me kind of during all the holidays. Anyway, we want to also honor everybody who is taking time off just to be with family, and also maybe people who are working other jobs and have to be back at work. And yes, you can see me flipping here because I want to make sure that we're starting right at the beginning. There we go. Okay, so hello, January 2023. We've got a lot of cool things that we want to say. Number one is Happy New Year. It's a brand new year. Can you believe it's 2023? It seems to me like even just yesterday was 2000. I mean, maybe I'm going back too far, but even 2020, my goodness, it's like time is flying, right? It's so crazy. They say that as you become an adult, which I'm certainly an adult, right? That time does actually seem to go more quickly, and that for kids, at least, time is kind of slow and unwinding. So that's something we have to be grateful for. If you have kids, try to make every moment count, really savor the moments with them and have fun with it. We're going to start, as usual, with our U.S. specials. We've got our January promotions, which are white grapefruit and cinnamon bark, both in the 5 milliliter size. We're going to talk about each one of those in turn. Number one is our white grapefruit, very similar to our traditional grapefruit, which I believe right now is a pink grapefruit. When it comes out of the bottle, it's going to look very similar, but it's going to have a slightly sharper smell profile. This is our product of the month. So if you're ordering 125 PV before the 15th of the month, you're going to get one of these absolutely free. I am using my white grapefruit actually in one of the new bubble diffusers, and I have it set up in my powder room on my first floor. And as you step into the door, it goes puff, 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 and it really smells fresh and clean. So you want to think fresh, clean, bright. I'm using mine in my diffuser. You could also take a drop in water. It is a cleansing agent, whatever way that you're using it. So use your white grapefruit, especially now because we're starting a new year. Also, many of the essential oils that you're going to see in this presentation have either a yellow or a golden highlight. We all know that as we go into the new year, we want to have things that are bright and golden. Now, where my sweater is black, it's true, it has a lot of gold in it. I picked it specifically for today. Want to make sure that we're really just elevating ourselves whatever way we can. Okay, 10% off in the US is cinnamon bark, and I'm going to talk a little bit about cinnamon bark. We want to think about cinnamon bark specifically for any sorts of pressure control issues. So when we're talking about blood pressure, we can use our cinnamon bark. We can take it internally. I actually have used it occasionally, actually adding it into something like a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Use it judiciously. It is a warming oil, so you want to make sure if you drop it into a hot beverage, you're giving a good mix with either a spoon or, actually I'm going to take a sip right now. Either a spoon or a whisk to kind of get it to blend in. Don't leave it floating on the top. It does have a slightly sweet profile, which is interesting. There's no sugar in there, but because I guess cinnamon bark is a little bit sweeter, as you drink it, you're going to say, this is quite delicious. You can also use it in capsule, of course, or apply it directly to the skin. So for any sort of internal issues, we're talking about regulating our sugar. Again, I would be taking it in a capsule, only 1 to 4 drops. Every time we talk about using anything internally, we want to limit it to 4 drops. The body just can't absorb really anymore. So make sure that you're not overloading your body with any one essential oil at a given time. You can also use it for any sorts of viruses, for circulation, oral care, just in similar to clove. You can use it as a rinse for the mouth. You can also use it for any sorts of bacterias or viruses. Again, taking it in a capsule, drinking it in water. Make sure that you're using it judiciously. An amazing oil and perfect for this time of year. Okay, let's give you a couple of diffuser blends. I like these. I'm going to give you actually 2 different ones, I think. I like this one specifically because it includes your white grapefruit, which is your other special, and copaiba and lavender. So it's going to smell nice and mild, and you've got the floral and the citrus in there that makes it smells really good. And the other thing we have here is citrus rainbow, which is going to smell a little bit more bright because we've got the 2 other citruses, including the green mandarin. We may actually get a chance to talk about green mandarin in a moment as we move into some of the other markets. We've got our specials for Singapore, January 2023 promotions, and we can see already we're beginning to show some lanterns there because we know what's coming up next. We've got our yellow mandarin actually as part of the specials for Singapore. This is our product of the month. Again, before the 15th of the month, 125 PUV or more. It is a wonderful oil for soothing the nervous system. It supports a healthy immune system and promotes digestion. It contains a lot of limonene, as do most of the citrus oils. So that would also include your grapefruit that you just saw before. So that limonene is one of 2 main chemical constituents, which makes it a cleansing oil. It also shows that it supports a healthy metabolism and cellular function. Now, I'm using a citrus oil every morning before I eat anything right under the tongue. I take a drop of any citrus that I happen to have. Sometimes it's yellow mandarin, sometimes it's not. I think now it's going to be my grapefruit, if I actually have any left after having diffused it, and frankincense. So those are my 2 protective oils, if you will. And this is a routine that I've been using, I want to say about 10 years now. And I think it has really helped to keep me healthy on a regular basis. You know that it has a kind of a mild citrus flavor. So it is something that you could add into either smoothies or yogurt or any sorts of food. You could use it on your face, but you want to be mindful if you're using it and then going out in the sun. Could be used as a toner or a facial cleanser. So you've got some kind of your skin is not feeling as clean as it ordinarily should. I would recommend cleansing your skin with this at night. And then by the time you wake up in the morning, it'll be mostly gone. You can also use your, as I said, using it under your tongue. The reason we put oils under our tongue is that the buccal tissue is generally very absorbent, but specifically under the tongue is extremely absorbent. So I want to make sure that's where many of our salivary glands are. I want to make sure that we're putting our essential oils if we're just dropping it into our mouth. And we never want to do that kind of usage with children. They're not going to like it. And then you're going to turn them off to essential oils for a really long time. So just skip it with kids. Okay, Here's a really cool 10% off you've got on helichrysum. I would say helichrysum is our hero oil this month in Singapore. We all know and love helichrysum. We've been using it, I'm sure, for years and years. One of the things that I love about helichrysum is it's terrific for the skin. So I like it for issues like nosebleeds, any sort of bleeding that you might have, anything having to do with the sinuses. You can apply it right on the skin of the face. You can also apply it over any of the internal organs. So I'm thinking the liver, the kidneys, in the back, over the any of the gallbladder, any of our internal organs that need a little bit of support, apply your helichrysum on top. The other thing you can use helichrysum for are any sorts of cravings, or what I'm going to call those very strong attractions that we may have to different things, whether it be cigarettes or alcohol. You can be applying them right onto your skin, smelling it throughout the day, putting it into your diffuser, making sure that your helichrysum is available to you. And last but not least, we want to again use our helichrysum when we're doing any sorts of healing, whether it's wound healing or healing after any sort of an injury. As I mentioned, wonderful for the skin. So everything from blemishes to wrinkles, right? But you also want to be using it to really support the body as much as possible. I use helichrysum in rotation sometimes with myrrh for skin healing. And that, as I've mentioned many times here, we all have something on our skin that is troubling to us, whether it's a wound or a cut or a blemish or a scar or a stretch mark or whatever. Use your helichrysum, blend it with your myrrh, use it together. It really will make a big difference. Okay, we've got a lot of specials in Singapore. We're going to see a couple now, and then we're going to see a couple more later. Hop into the new year with the year of the rabbit. So we're already celebrating. You can get a rabbit diffuser paired with an exclusive yuzu oil. Now that's really cool. This is a limited time offer only in Singapore, and we're going to see a couple more of this cute little rabbit. He's all over Southeast Asia, which is so wonderful, and I think he's adorable. Okay, for a limited time, in addition, you can also get these auspicious red packets with every 100 PV order, and you can see our rabbit friend there diving into his rice bowl or eating some dumplings, so he's having a lot of fun. Actually, I think maybe I'm gonna make a reservation at a good Chinese restaurant right near here and get some soup dumplings, because that's looking yummy. Okay, we've got also a 50-50 enrollment promotion going on from the 1st of January through the 28th of February, so really full 2 months. Enroll a new member with 100 PV minimum, and both enroller and enrollee will receive 50 product points. So that's kind of a nice bonus, especially for someone who's brand new and coming into the business. If you're a long-time business builder, you might consider actually generously donating those promo points to your new enrollee, especially if they put in a second order the second month. That might be a fun way to kind of encourage people to stay on your team, and then to get them also onto LRP, which we know is our loyalty rewards points or program. We've still got our New Year enrollment kit. This is also through the 28th, which includes Balance, Breed, Lavender, Lemon, Tea Tree, Peppermint, the Train Diffuser. That's a wholesale price of $230 Sing with a PV of 100. I have to say, I love the little Train Diffuser. It is super cute. And maybe you didn't know, but the little puff comes out of the chimney that's in the front of the caboose. So it is a really adorable enrollment order product. We've got a 200 PV special that's continuing since last month. It's extended through January 15th. So if you haven't been able to get this, or you got it and you want a second one, you know that you have to purchase 200 PV and get the free frankincense, which I think is a great value. It is worth $154 retail, which is really a lot of money. And and we all use frankincense, right? I use it all the time. So that's one of those products. Again, a hero product. I think you know how to use your frankincense. We've got a couple of others that are a little bit more obscure that I want to make sure that we're talking about. Okay, so here's some diffuser blends for you. You've got your Sensitive Soul with bergamot, frankincense, and helichrysum. And then actually, I think I only have one one for you today. Okay, so this is your, I don't know, this is your sign to diffuser oils if you're not already. Okay, let's talk about Malaysia. Now, I think it's in Malaysia where we have tons and tons of specials. It's absolutely unbelievable, but a lot of fun. Okay, January 2023, and we can see our rabbit popping up. We've got product of the month is Smart and Sassy. So for those of you who are not familiar, Smart and Sassy is the earlier iteration of one of our metabolism products. The newest one is our Meta Power, but both products have the same ingredients. So if you're still using Smart and Sassy, or still using Slim and Sassy, or any of the name variations that are out there, it's the same ingredients, folks. It's just a different proportions of the same ingredients. So don't get nervous. Don't say, oh my goodness, I have to throw these out. In fact, what I would do with this particular product is I would begin to apply it topically, because this product is very effective topically. Add it into your lotion, apply it onto, as I like to say, the jiggly bits, and you will begin to see a sort of a tightening effect, especially as we go into those spring and summer months. We want to be able to look and feel our best. It is part of what many of us are calling a lipolysis blend, which is kind of just a fat burning blend. We want to make sure that we are able to get to that, the subcutaneous fat, right? The visceral fat that we have, that's the fat that is basically right. That's the fat around our organs. That's super important that we get rid of that. And then we have the subcutaneous fat, which is the one right underneath the skin, cutis meaning skin. And it may not be our favorite bit of fat, but let's say it's maybe the last one to go. Smart and Sassy can help you do that. So appearance of smooth and healthy skin, also has an uplifting aroma. So you can apply it on your thighs, your abdomen, wherever you feel like you want, maybe underarms, ladies, wherever you feel like you really want a little bit of a lift. Okay, 10% off is Brave. And as you know, Brave is similar in scent to On Guard, but is often used, as you can see, there's a heart symbol on there to kind of give us, or give a child, a sense of courage or stick-to-itiveness or focus. I would be using Brave either on our younger members of our community or our oldest members of the community. Either one are wonderful. And a part of the reason is because all of our children's blends are diluted and they come with a limited amount of blend ingredients, which is easier for a smaller nervous system to absorb and to process. Okay, let's talk about some of these brand new oils. This is a kind of an interesting limited time offer. These are available from January 1st, but my guess is they're going to sell out fast. You've got your guaiac wood, which is 91 ringgit with a PV of 23. You've got your malama, which is 130 ringgit with a PV of 33. Guaiac wood is a single oil. It is not a blend. The other two are blends. Malama oil includes wild orange, cedarwood, coriander, amyris, lemongrass, magnolia, ylang-ylang, Sichuan pepper, aged buchu, and nio wood. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Hawaiian sandalwood. So it's going to have sort of a woody, citrusy profile. Now, if it's not your favorite smell, take any of those oils that are your favorite, whether it's your magnolia or your lemongrass or your wild orange, your ylang-ylang, whatever it is your favorite is, and add a little bit more. For me, I'm boosting it with a little bit more of wild orange. I love the scent. I've also added in lavender from time to time. I know there's no lavender in there, but I've given it a kind of citrus wood floral boost, and I've really enjoyed it. So it is our nurturing blend, wonderful for this time of the year. Sometimes we're feeling a little bit of emotional. Part of the holidays are done. Maybe the family has left. Maybe more family is coming. We can feel a little bit nostalgic. We have memories of things that have happened or about to happen, and it can put us a little bit on edge. I know I've had a couple of days where I just felt like weeping, and really not anything in particular, just feeling a little bit emotional, maybe nostalgic, maybe remembering when my kids were younger or we did different things. Overall, we had a wonderful, wonderful holiday break. And some of you have seen some of the photos of me and my family together. We're so happy to be together. But it's also, as we know, very often bittersweet. We're happy to be together, but we know as adults that this isn't forever. So we want to just grab those moments of joy. Malama can help us to kind of focus on ourselves a little bit and be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Just stay calm, right? Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Okay, the other one that I didn't know anything about is the Phenomenal Blend. The Phenomenal Blend is not available in the US, so you're listening to this from the US. It is a limited time offer. I've seen it in Taiwan, and here it is in Malaysia. Never seen it in the US. It includes wild orange, cedarwood, amyris, Litsea, coriander, ylang-ylang, hinoki, sandalwood, petitgrain, jasmine absolute, and the aromatic description is fruity and floral. So again, if there's something in there that you absolutely love and you feel like, that's my favorite thing, add a little bit more if it's not really your perfect blend. But you're going to be using it topically, right? Because it's got the absolute in there, so it's not meant to be used internally. To create a relaxing and peaceful environment, you can dilute it and apply it to your skin if you want to use it as a personal fragrance. It is part of the Taiwan 10th anniversary promotion set, so that's why it's so unique. I don't know if this is going to become a permanent product, but phenomenal. Who doesn't want to smell phenomenal? And of course, you have your oil sharing bag, which is 168 ringgit with a PV of 0. So let's talk a little bit about the guaiac wood, because I think the guaiac wood for me here is the hero product. It is a brand new product for doTERRA, introduced at the last convention. It is steam distilled. It is made from a wood. It is going to be very similar, or maybe even the same genus as Palo Santo. So many of you have heard of Palo Santo in the past. It is an oil that's traditionally been used for meditation. So we're thinking about kind of centering ourselves, grounding ourselves, bringing ourselves back into a place of peace. Whether you are praying or meditating some way, trying to keep your mind and body calm, guaiac wood is your oil. We also want to think about, we talked a little bit about that feeling of nostalgia or sadness. And so if you have some unprocessed grief, or you have a sense of, I don't know, just as we know, many people have gotten sick or passed away during this time of year, including our Pope Emeritus, Benedict, some actors and actresses, and certainly I'm sure someone that you know or love. We want to make sure that we're regrounding ourselves. So using your guaiac wood perhaps and your malama together, we can bring ourselves back into centering. I would use it as I would use probably cedar wood on the spine. We don't want to take it internally. It's made to be used topically or aromatically, but really a wonderful, wonderful product. Comfort, relaxation, tranquility, all of those things for our guaiac wood, and also our mental sanity, right? Keeping ourselves on an even keel. So use your guaiac wood. I think it's a real hero product, and I'm happy that we brought it into the lineup now. Okay. We've got a couple of other specials, as I mentioned to you. Then I'm going to talk a lot about that super cute bunny diffuser. These three products are the Yarrow Plum, the Terra Mix, and the Ginger Lemon Drops. All have short expiration dates. They're all expiring within the next 6 months. So the Yarrow Palm is going to be reduced to $4.45, the Terra Mix reduced to $1.43, and the Ginger Lemon reduced to 57 ringgit. So those are all going to be a good purchase and a good bargain, if you will, for anyone who uses these products regularly is going to be able to use them up fairly quickly. Frankly, the Ginger Lemon Drops, I'm not sure why they have such a short expiration. I think if you take good care of them, you're not leaving them out in the heat or freezing them or boiling them, they really should be fine. So just word to the wise, just what I'm saying. Anyway, okay, let's talk about our super cute little guy again. So here's the Prosperity Rabbit Kit, which includes a 15 milliliter geranium and a 15 milliliter peppermint. Again, bringing prosperity into our lives. It's going to be 275 ringgit, 275 with a PV of 50. Then we've got our Longevity Rabbit Kit, which includes arborvitae, 5 milliliters of arborvitae, a 15 milliliter bergamot, and a 15 milliliter lavender. And again, we have our cutie pie diffuser. We've got our exclusive enrollment kit, which includes 15 milliliter singles of lavender, lemon, oregano, peppermint, and tea tree, and a 5 milliliter deep blue. Plus, we've got some blends here of Easy Air, On Guard, and Zen Jest. And then finally, we've got our fractionated coconut oil and our little diffuser guy there, who is super cute. So for those of you who are celebrating, I know almost every year, doTERRA has done a very cute little diffuser with the zodiac sign of the year. How many of you have ordered them in the past? And are you thinking of ordering? Give me a yes in the chat, a Y in the chat if you ordered them in the past, and give me a second Y if you're thinking of getting this one too. So a Y and a second Y if you're thinking of ordering this one too. Okay, we've got also their home support kit. This is going to include, very similar actually, the lavender, lemon, oregano, peppermint, and tea tree, and then a 5 milliliter deep blue, and then 15 milliliter Easy Air, On Guard, and Zen Jest with your fractionated coconut oil and your super cute diffuser again. And then, oh, I know what, so we've had actually 4 different specials with that little cutie pie. Then we've got our 200 PV promotion, which is now extended through the 15th. So if you didn't get a chance to get your frankincense, grab it now. And then we've got an enrollment promotion. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I know that this photograph is a little wonky. The first time I looked at it, I was like, okay, what is this? Like, what are we getting here? Okay, but I'm going to tell you what you're getting. In fact, I'm actually going to show you. So this is 2 promotions side by side, right? So if you take a look at this, the enroller is actually going to get the following. So if you have 2 enrollments, you get the Terrastone Passive Diffuser. I love the Terrastone Passive Diffusers, and the year they came out, I think it was 2 years ago, I ordered them in bulk and I've been giving them away all the time. They're adorable and they go everywhere. And they have in this little envelope right here, they actually have a little sticky, so you can put them on a shelf or on the back of a ceramic surface and they won't slide, which is wonderful. If you have 3 or 4 enrollments, you get the neck and back rub. And if you have 5 to 7 enrollments, you're going to get the vertical sliding oil kit. If you have 8 and above, you get everything. You get the diffuser, the neck roll, and the sliding oil case. So that's a super nice benefit for you if you are enrolling now in January, which we hope everybody is. I've got about 5 enrollments that I'm ready to go with. I'm so excited for the new year. All of which are massage therapists, which is super cool. Let's talk about new enrollee reward tiers. With enrollment of a minimum of 100, you're going to get a 15 milliliter peppermint. With 200, you're going to get peppermint, wild orange, and citrus plus. Let's talk a minute about enrollments, right? Because I think that's a super important concept. I just want you to know that even though I'm a Blue Diamond, even though I've been at this for quite a while, I still enroll, folks. And I think that's a super important lesson to remember. If I'm doing it, you can do it, because I've gone through my warm market, my friends and family. I have to go out there and find. And I think that's the important lesson. If you're a leader, you cannot be sitting on the backs of your people on your team. You have to show leadership, and leadership includes spreading the word about doTERRA, spreading the word of good health, of prosperity, of all the things that we know that doTERRA brings, and also community. So important. Don't just sit in your little cocoon and use your oils and don't spread the word. Get out there and spread the word. It really is super important. Okay, let's keep going. We've got our 20% promotion. All of these have, again, short expiration dates. The mouthwash, which is 58 ringgit with a PV of 8. the Spa Clarifying Mud Mask, the Brightening Gel, and the Spa Hand and Body Lotion. All of these, again, I know they have expiration dates on them, but unless you were freezing or boiling them, really, they should absolutely be fine. Keep using them and stock up of this. These are products that you use on a regular basis. We've got our flash sale of green mandarin and red mandarin. So what does this mean? So it's double the item, double the happiness. If you got one, you get the second one for free. So when you purchase one, you get a second one for free. I'm going to talk a little bit about green mandarin because it is one of my favorite oils. It is cold pressed, which most of our citrus oils, in fact, I think all of our citrus oils are cold pressed, just like olive oil means basically the peels are squished, right? So it's not steam distilled, which would mean all the product, all the plant material would be put in almost like a giant pot, and then the steam would pass through it, and then steam, the vapor would be collected, and then what's on the other side would be partly water, partly oil, and the oil is what we would be using for our own uses. We talk about green mandarin. We want to talk about digestion. We can use it either applying it onto our stomach or our digestive tract at any point. We can also take it internally. It is a product that can be used topically, internally, and aromatically. You want to be conscious, again, if you're using it before going out into the skin. You can also use it for poor digestion or, poor circulation, or any kind of congested area. So this is the type of product that I would be applying, especially now when we're doing a lot of sitting. At least here in the US, we're not getting out as much because it's cold, right? So we want to talk about circulation, applying it maybe to the hands and feet. We could also be applying it to the lymph nodes, wherever those are, to make sure that all of our body is still getting enough circulation. Now, of course, exercise will help you, but you can also use your green mandarin on a regular basis. Also support for the liver and the kidneys. I would be applying it over those organs on a regular basis. Really, green mandarin has so many uses. It is so good. And it has, for me, it has a brighter, spicier aroma than many of the other citrus oils, which is why I like it and I include it in a lot of my blends. So just keep it under advisement. If you don't have it, now's the time to grab it, especially if you're in Malaysia. Okay, we've got another flash sale with our yellow mandarin and white grapefruit. We talked a little bit about these products earlier when we were in other markets. Again, buy one, get the second one for free. And when we've got a couple of blends for you, some diffuser blends. We've got our Smart and Sassy diffuser blends. So you're using up your Smart and Sassy or your Slim and Sassy if you're in the US. You could also use your Meta Power here. You've got your Meta Power already, using them in these blends. So you can see curb your appetite, uplift and ground, and citrus sensation. Let's talk about the Philippines. And now, fine, we're in the home stretch, right? Take a deep breath. Man, I've been talking a lot, right? I hope you're not actually going crazy with me because we've been here for a while. Product of the month in the Philippines is Motivate Touch. I like all of the emotional touch products. This is the encouraging blend. You want to use it every morning, put it on your kids, use it yourself. If you're feeling a little bit blue, this is absolutely the oil for you to be using. Use your Motivate every morning. 30% off actually in the Philippines on Elevation, Grapefruit, and Smart and Sassy. There's our Smart and Sassy again. Here's the other thing I want you to keep in mind. Elevation is a hero product. It's been used from the beginning of doTERRA's history, if you will, for combating sort of feelings of being down or blue. That's really your product. It is no longer available in the US. It is totally, completely, and utterly sold out. So if you're in the Philippines and you can grab a couple of bottles, grab it. It will be well worth your while. And again, these products are all 30% off. We've got peppermint beadlets with as 150 PV special. If you purchase 100 PV in a single order, you'll get the peppermint beadlets. I don't know what to say about peppermint beadlets. I have to tell you, I have eaten, let's say, thousands of peppermint beadlets over the years, and I love them. And I give them to everybody, and I give little vials to everybody. It is one of my absolute favorite products. I actually have them all over my house, my car, my purses. It's like a I don't know, it's part of my entire life. I don't know what I would do without them. And in fact, the other day I was in my car and I realized they have run out. This is an amazing, amazing product. So if you don't use it yet, why not? Get to it. We've got frankincense, again, extended through the 15th of December. I'm sorry, 15th of January with 200 PV. Purchase 200 PV, and then you'll get your free frankincense. And then we've got abode. Now, abode is a newer product. It's a refreshing blend. You're meant to use it in your house to clean your house and also to make the air a little bit fresher. It has many home cleaning superstars like lime, lemon eucalyptus, and tea tree as part of its ingredient list. It is not usually meant to be used on the skin because it does have some hot oils in there. However, I know many of you are just, I don't know, you are essential oil gurus and you're going to try to use it. If you do, dilute, my friends, because it really is a little bit warm on the skin. And I think you'll be happy if you do. Otherwise, just use it for cleaning and for diffusing. It's terrific for, let's say, a chaotic environment. Everybody just needs to calm the heck down and stop getting crazy. Use your abode. You can use it to wipe down a counter. You can use it, excuse me, I think I'm going to have a sip of water. Talking too much, talking too fast. Great. Okay. If you have a loss of composure, if you're feeling a little bit just little wild, right? Use your abode. It's going to give you that sort of refreshment, but also that calming, centering. That's what you're getting from this blend. You can use it for moodiness, especially during that time of the month, ladies. You don't actually have to apply it to your skin. You can just use it in your environment. You can also use it for any kind of overthinking or that kind of, let's call it compulsion, that we're repeating the same things over and over again. Maybe even lack of motivation. Abode has a lot of really great essential oils in it. It also has Litsea, tangerine, grapefruit. It also has in it, oops, what happened to me here? I went to the wrong page. It also has in it Litsea, I'm actually correct, arborvitae, and cilantro. So you can substitute with things like Air X, but I love abode because it is wonderful for just cleaning your environment and making you feel a little bit more fresh. Okay, I think that's it. I've got one diffuser blend for you with bergamot, lemongrass, and grapefruit. This is sugary citrus because it's going to smell a little bit more sweet with your bergamot or bergamot in there, but also a lovely kind of bright scent. And then I've got your yoga retreat with your patchouli, your frankincense, clary sage, and orange. So using your frankincense that you got either last month or you're going to get this month. So I hope those were some good suggestions for you. I'm going to ask you please to contact me, follow, and let's start a conversation. We've gotten some amazing response on the shorts here on YouTube. We're going to keep posting those because it seems like people really like them. Kind of chop up some of these longer presentations and give you just the highlights, which everybody really loves. You can see you've got lots of different ways that we can keep in touch, and I hope you will. If you haven't had a chance to follow, please follow and subscribe here on YouTube. Just click the button and ring the bell, and then you'll be getting notifications right into your box whenever we have a new presentation up here. Thank you for having been here, and have a wonderful week. Okay, everyone, this was kind of a, I don't know, I think it went pretty well today. Sometimes we have a little kind of goofy stuff going on, but we didn't have anything goofy today. For those of you who are on live, please stay on. For everyone else who's been watching, thank you so much for watching. Happy 2023. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the next few weeks and just continuing to celebrate all through Lunar New Year. It's going to be really wonderful. In the meantime, enjoy your time with your family and friends, and it's so good to see everyone here again. I'm happy to be back. Going to be a great year. I'm looking forward to it. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.